Hello everyone. Today we are discussing about what is marriage through the lens of anthropology. In the beginning of this video, I am asking a question to everyone, which is what is marriage according to you? And I am requesting everyone to write down your thought in the comment below. Let's start with the definition. So, what is marriage? There is no exact definition of marriage in anthropology. However, different scholar has explained marriage in different way. So we will look into this matter. What is marriage? Marriage is a universally recognized social institution that played a crucial role in cultural, social, and economic life of human societies. Anthropologists study marriage to understand how it shaped and reflect social institution. Different scholar has explained marriage into different way. So if you see the definition which given by G.P. Murdoch, he said that marriage is a universal social institution involving residential cohabitation, economic cooperation, and formation of nuclear family. In this definition, Murdoch explained marriage as a universal institution, which means marriage is a widespread of social institution found in all societies. He also explained marriage as a residential cohabitation, which means couple will living together often share a common household. The economic cooperation explained by Murdoch as a marriage, which means the partner are expected to cooperate in economic aspect of the household, including resource sharing and division of labor. He also explained marriage as a foundation of nuclear family, a social unit which composed of parents and their children. There are another definition which given by Westermark. He said that marriage is a socially recognized union between a man and woman that the spouse live together and that couple have clearly recognized mutual sexual rights. Kathleen Gog, in his study of Nair, has defined marriage as a relationship established between a woman and one or more other person, which provided that a child born to the woman under circumstances not provided by the rules of relationship according to the full birth status right common to normal member and society or social stratum. Now we will look into the function of marriage. So I have divided the function of marriage into 4 parts. First is biological function. Every human society has formulated certain rule and regulation to define a formal and permanent mating relationship as marriage. Partner in marriage have sexual rights in one and another. Through marriage, society recognize sex activity, and of course, a key function is child rearing and socialization. Marriage often provided a stable, recognized environment for raising children. It defines who is responsible for caring their children and giving education and integration into society, ensuring the continuity of cultural value and knowledge across generations. The next is economic function. The institution of marriage solves the problem of how to share the work effort of men and women and how to implement the organized division of labor at the individual and interpersonal level. The institution of marriage performs economic function in the form of bringing economic cooperation between men and women and ensuring the survival of individual in every society. The next is social function. The social function of marriage is based on the desire to perpetuate one's family line to another. It is a new way to acquire new kinsmen. It's not only about the spouse's relation, but also one's group add to another kin's group by a affinal kinship bond. It is a relation and linking one kin group to another kin group. The next is educational function. Marriage is the institution that entrusted the task of educating young and passing the culture from one generation to another generation. I know that the discussion is going to a little bit of lengthy. Now we will looking into the interesting part of marriage. So the next is different type of marriage. The marriage has been divided into 2 types. One is monogamy, another one is polygamy. The monogamy is when one man marry one woman, which means monogamy. On the other hand, the polygamy is when more than one man marries more than one woman. To put in brief, an individual have more than one spouses at a time means polygamy marriage. The polygamy marriage has been divided into two parts. One is polygyny and another is polyandry. Polygyny is when one man marries more than one woman at a time, which means polygyny marriage. The example has been found among Naga, Gond, and Boiga. Now, the polygyny marriage has been divided into another two parts, which is sororal polygyny and another is non-sororal polygyny. In case of sororal polygyny, the two wives are the two sisters, and in case of non-sororal polygyny, the two wives are not related to each other. The next is polyandry. When one woman marries several men, which means a polyandrous marriage, which has been found in Toda, Khasa, and Nayar. The polyandry marriage has been divided into two parts, which is fraternal polyandry and another is non-fraternal polyandry. In case of fraternal polyandry, several brothers share a common wife, which has been found among Toda, Khasa. And in case of non-fraternal polyandry, both of the husbands are not related to each other, which has been found among Nayar. Now we will see the different type of preferential marriage. In some cases, marriage between relatives are preferred and it is socially sanctioned. First is cross-cousin marriage. In cross-cousin marriage, a person marries the child of their parents' opposite sex sibling, which means a man marries his mother's brother's daughter. It has been found among the Orao community. On the other hand, parallel cousin marriage means the person marries the child of their parents' same-sex siblings. The example is when a person marries his father's brother's daughter, which has been found in some Middle Eastern culture. The next is levirate and sororate. The levirate is when a widow woman remarries her husband's brother. This has been found among Kuki and Santhan. On the other hand, sororate is when a man marries his wife's sister for caring the children and maintaining alliance between the family. This has been found among Santhals. The next part is endogamy and exogamy. The endogamy is the marriage within the group and the exogamy is marriage in outside the group. The next part is hypergamy and hypogamy. Hypergamy means when a man marries in his own caste or below his caste, or a woman marry in her caste or above her caste, which means hypergamy. And another is hypogamy. When a woman married to her lower caste is known as hypogamy. Now, there is another interesting part which has been found in marriage. Usually, in tribal society, they have different way of acquiring mates. First is marriage by profession. In this case, a boy and a girl can live together in order to know them each other, and after living for some time, they marry each other. In case the marriage is not happened, the boy is obliged to pay the compensation. This has been found among Kuki tribe. Next is marriage by trial. In that case, the boy under consideration has to prove his physical capability and some ritual are associated with it. It has been found among the Bhils. The next is marriage by capture. In that case, there has two type of capture. One is physical and another one is ceremonial. The physical capture is pre-arranged and mock fight taken place, and another is ceremonial capture where a boy put vermilion mixed with oil to the girl's forehead. This has been found among Gond. The next is marriage by purchase. In this mode, the boy have to pay the bride price to the girl's parents. This has been found among Santhal. The next type of marriage is marriage by service. The boy goes to the girl's house and serve her parents for some times. This regarded as a solution to the problem of bride price. This has been found among Gond and Boyga. The next type is marriage of exchange. It is an exchange of women between houses for marriage. It is found among the Kulin Brahmins of Bengal. The next is marriage by intuition. It is found among the Bihor tribe and Ho tribe. In this case, the girls go to the house of a young man of her choice and shows desperation to marry that boy. She have to face humiliation, but she refused to abandon her intention. This is another unique way of acquiring mates. The last is marriage by elopement. In this case, the boy eloped the girl, and generally after a considerable period, the couple receive back to the family. It is found among the Orao tribe. There is another two topic related to marriage which I would like to discuss, that are bride price and dowry. The bride price is also known as the bride wealth. It is the payment made by groom's family to the bride family in the exchange and right to marry of their daughter. The purpose of the bride price is seen as a compensation of the bride's labor, reproductive capacity, and potential for making children. It is also a financial support from groom's family to the bride's family. On the other hand, dowry is a wealth transfer from the bride's family to the groom's family, either directly or indirectly. The purpose of the dowry is to provide the bride with financial security. It is a flow of wealth from bride's family to groom's family. That is all about the marriage in anthropology. Now I am happy to take question and suggestion from your end, or you can share your thoughts regarding marriage in the comment below. If you think this video is helpful, then please hit like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you.